Welcome back to the Bunk and Pick podcast. Pick here with Bunk. Bunk, say hello to the people.
Ahoy there, mateys. Oh, I'm doing an old British ahoyer.
Is that from your Captain Odyssey or whatever the hell it was?
Captain Odyssey.
Dr. Odyssey.
Captain Odyssey, we're going on the old pontoon platoon. Pontoon?
That's ridiculous.
We're doing a pontooner.
Oh my god.
I like the pontoon. I like Dr. Odyssey too a lot. I know I've been really. they should be paying me because I'm really pumping that thing up.
Please, ABC, or if you're listening,
I'm telling you, I'm liking it. I like it.
Me like it. It comes on right after football, and you don't change the channel.
They've got some good stories. You gotta check
boy.
It. I know we haven't hit the sports yet.
How heavy is Don Johnson in that?
He's not. He's actually not the main guy. He's the captain. He's like Captain Stubing on the old Love Boat. But the rest, the doctor is and his crew are the main and their main one. And I'll tell you, they got some great stories. We've had doinkers. I mean, we've had that one time. We had like guys friggin' nose falling off. And last week,
oh my god,
they threw a 3-way in. I mean, it is some crazy shit.
Oh boy!
And
so the doinker's not broke anymore. Then is that what you're saying?
No, it was with the crew. The doc
an unbroken doinker at that point.
Doc and his 2 nurses. There.
Oh my god! That's ridiculous.
It's good. I'm telling you, it's a little risque. I'm not going to lie to you.
All right. Well, I got to get past that. So before we go in there, I was just not necessarily sports news, but I was reading some pretty crazy news today. It just kind of came off. And I definitely wanted to share it with you. It's about this group of ladies. They got caught out in the woods when they were camping. Did you hear about this?
I have not.
Oh, well, it was intense. Let's go, baby. That's my dad joke for the day. Next up.
Oh, God, I just got it. Holy shit. Are you kidding
Walked
me?
right into that one, my friend.
Oh, my God. I'm waiting. I was waiting like an idiot over here. Holy crap. That's bad.
It was
man.
Intense.
That is bad.
All right,
Good Lord.
All right, let's get past that too.
Good Lord.
All right, you give me all the stupid names. I'm giving you a dad joke.
Just
back.
for that, I'm making a nice dessert for you for Thanksgiving.
Oh, which one? Which one, Jeffrey?
Well, I was watching the Great British Steak. I got to tell you, my new favorite one, a spotted dick. I'm gonna make a spotted dick for you.
All right, to all my Cocoa Beach High School alumni that are listening. I can't remember her name, but we used to have a substitute teacher, the British lady that would come in, and every time we walked into her class, every person, what's your favorite dessert? Because she would say spotted dick every time to us. And you can't say that to a bunch of 13 to 18-year-olds. What a horrible idea.
Let's be honest. You can't say it to us. We're friggin' we're not mature.
You know, we had another, here, you'll like this one. We had another actual teacher. I think he was a history teacher, and his last name was Bates. And in his class, we would call him Mr. Bates. Well, he told us, no, I have a master's degree. You need to call me. And he said, call me Master Bates. And we all clung to that one and just crushed this poor guy.
Shit. How stupid is he? Good Lord.
You could see on his face the realization right after it came out of his mouth.
Oh, God.
Can't do that to a bunch of teenagers.
Wow. That's like paging for Jack Mehoff. Jack Mehoff. Wow. Good stuff.
All right, I had to start you with a dad joke.
I like it. Yeah,
I had to throw that in there.
I got to be honest.
It took you a minute, my friend.
It actually took me a little bit to catch it. I was like, what is he talking about? That was good. That was good. You're an arse.
All right.
All right, where are we going?
We got to just touch quick on baseball.
Quick one.
Ichiro is up for the Hall of Fame, as well as CC Sabathia. Ichiro's first ballot.
Itchy's got to be in there. He's like amazing.
Is CC first ballot?
I don't think CC's first ballot.
I don't either.
No.
I wasn't going to know. I was seeing if this was Yankee bias or not.
I like CC. He's not first ballot. Ichiro got to be first ballot.
Okay. The second thing I saw, Ted Williams' 1946 MVP award sold. How much do you think it sold for?
Oh, God. in these days with all the collectibles, I don't know, 1.2 million.
No, less.
Really?
Less than you think. I'm going to give you one more shot. Less than you think.
Let's see. Golden must not have had it because that shyster would have sold it for a couple million. 500,000.
Little over $528,750.
That's amazing.
I feel like it should have sold for more than that.
So there's friggin' rookie cards that sell for more than that. That's
right,
and that's a 1 of 1, by the way. That MVP award. There's
right.
2 of those for him for that year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I thought that was kind of noteworthy, seeing how everything's well over $1 million these days.
Oh, I mean,
ridiculously priced.
I mean, did you? And as you're saying that, so Paul Skeens has his game worn card out there by Topps, and did you see the Pirates are offering like 30
Livy
years?
Dunn is offering that.
And well, she said you can sit in my booth with me, but the Pirates are giving you like 30 years of tickets to the games and bats and all this stuff. And then the friggin' Golden dude comes in. Don't sell it to them. Sell it to me. Here's his quote. It'll pay for all your kids' college and you won't have to worry anymore.
It's the truth.
I mean, no, he is true, but he's so freaking grimy, man. Go get another facelift or whatever the hell's going on. He is a plastic man. But I'm not gonna lie. If I pulled it, I'd call his ass.
Within a heartbeat.
Because number one, I'm not gonna go to the games.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And if I was in his position, I'd be saying the same exact thing.
He is. It is. It's not wrong for him to do it. It's just like, dude, God.
It's only because he has a Netflix show, isn't it? Look
brutal.
at you right now.
He's brutal. He's brutal. He sells everything, but he would be my first call. I'd call him too. I make fun of him, but I'd definitely call him right up.
Absolutely.
And why wouldn't you? He does.
Please don't listen to the podcast, sir, but here's my card.
Yeah, you're a little schmarmy, but I definitely would call you.
Schmarmy.
God. I mean, he's I know. That's some crazy shit. I might have to buy a box just to try. I got to do it.
But it's
Topps.
but how much are they?
God, I don't know. Box is probably like $300, but who knows? You pull that, and you're done. I can pay for your college.
You'll pay for my college? Okay. All right, let's do it.
Oh, God. That was brutal.
Which college? UNF, BCC, or Lake Cordon Bleu?
I'm going to pay for your... I don't know what I'm paying for. I'm not paying for your college. I'm buying shit with it.
Exactly. Buy shit with it.
There you go.
All right. Hey, one other thing I do want to hit here. I do want to thank the Yankees.
Oh, yes.
For giving the Tampa Bay Rays a home this coming year.
They'll
be playing at Steinbrenner Field there in Tampa.
How many does that hold? Do we know?
It's the biggest spring training facility. I think it's over 10. It's 11,000 seats. I already know where you're going with this. Half. They'll fill half.
Good God, man. Can they please fill that?
They were not going to fill that. Come on now. You and I both know they're not going to fill that.
Brutal, man. I think that's good. You think that'll hurt signing free agents? It might.
No.
No?
Because in 2 years you have the newest ballpark in baseball.
All right. That is kind of messed up, though. All right.
Well, in 2 years, it's better. I'll tell you this. That's better because they stayed in the city to play than what the A's are doing going to Sacramento.
Well, I agree. I agree with that. It's kind of, I mean, it's not their fault. So I'm not gonna badmouth them, but good God, that's not a lot of people. But you know what? It might actually feel better. Because it'll be maybe a half a full, 3/4 full stadium.
Here I don't know if the Rays will be as good as they have been at this field. And I have a few reasons why. Number one, the elements now play into the games.
Okay.
Right? So when it's 104 out, it's going to feel like 104. They're not playing indoors.
That's true.
Number two, they don't have that roof. How many drop balls every year because of the roof?
I know.
From the opposite team. So they don't have those.
So the Marlins play in a dome?
They do, yeah. A retractable now.
Okay.
Everybody does now. It's only, that's the smartest thing they could do is do retractable roofs.
In Texas and Florida and California and stuff. And
then, of course, you don't put massive windows in there like Jerry Jones did. Wow. C.D. Lamb saying he can't see. That was ridiculous.
That was freaking ridiculous.
So bad.
That is bad.
If I was Jerry Jones, I'd walk down and hand that dude glasses and say, catch the ball.
Catch it. I just signed you for $1 bazillion, you ass. God damn, man. Right. Hey, one more a couple quick notes. So
Hit it.
No big guys have signed yet. We still have Soto out there doing whatever he's doing. We got Bregman. He's still out there. I think the Astros want to sign him, keep him. But maybe he's ready for a move. I think he'd be a nice addition to somebody.
I just think the Astros are in decline now. So why not? I mean, he's 30? Probably 30, 32 now. So might as well go take a shot with a team that
30.
Has a chance. I mean, he's the youngest of the old guard there.
Yeah, I mean, and he's definitely a good player.
Yeah, very much so. He could thrive as not a focal point.
Yeah, I'm curious about him. There's pitchers out there. I don't know what the Yanks are going to do. I think they're trying to sign Soto. I think they're letting Torres go. I think they have a minor league guy they're pretty pumped on.
That's a good move.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
they're going to throw a shit ton of cash at Soto, and they're going to have money problems halfway through the year next year.
I tell you, I love the Alonso. I hope they don't sign him though. He
strikes out. He strikes out just like Giancarlo.
He does.
They strike out a ton.
He does, and I know they're looking at him, but I hope they go a different direction at first. I think they can pull up a guy at second.
Now at least Alonso can run.
He can run.
His legs work. He doesn't need like the Tin Man an oil can while he's running to oil up halfway through.
Poor guy, man.
Yes.
Bad for him.
Oh, I have about 55 million reasons why I don't feel bad for him.
Really? God dang, man. All right. Well, other than that, the baseball's slowing down. The old hot stove's not cooking yet.
It is, and we'll get all the awards this week.
Yeah.
We can hit on those next week. I mean, I think it's pretty clear cut who's going to win. What Rookie of the Year is a big one for me. Who's going to win that? Because the rest of them, I think, Cy Young, you can pretty much guess who's going to get it. MVP.
I think you got to go Jackson Churio.
MVP is very easy.
MVP is done. That's a done deal.
It's Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani.
That's not even in question.
Right. Cy Young, it's
probably not in question.
Not in question.
Yeah. I think
it's Rookie of the Year.
The rookie is going to be between the two Jacksons and the two dudes from the Yankees are on there for the American League. I mean, maybe
Austin Wells
and Luis Gil.
Yeah.
And they're saying Gil's going to win it, but
it wasn't. I will say it wasn't a very strong rookie year for anybody on the American League side.
No. Yeah. I think most of the awards are pretty much done.
Yeah.
All right. Enough baseball. What the heck, man? Hey, should I transition us?
Yes, I can hear it this time.
Let's see. Let's go. Boom.
You don't have to. No, I hear it.
Oh, okay.
I have headphones on this time.
I know.
I hear it. You don't have to sing it to me.
Let's go to NCAA football.
All right.
Sadly for Bunk, he didn't get to watch the Texas game.
No, Mrs. Bunk had your ass working.
Mrs. Bunk had me out and about. I was listening to it. I didn't get to watch it, but I was listening to it. Texas, it was close. But Arkansas is not a bad team. I know their record's not great, but they're actually not a bad team.
They're not, and they've beat big teams, right? They beat who? Ole Miss.
I think so.
They beat. Yeah. I mean, so their defense has been horrible all year, and Quinn Ewers, he did not have his best game. But I'll tell you what he didn't do. He didn't turn it over at all. Okay, and he didn't make any throws that were catchable by the other team. Now, as Big G said, there were a couple underthrows.
He's brutal. Big G's brutal.
He is brutal.
Wow.
Man, I thought he was going to blow a gasket when I sent that text back to him. That was my favorite thing ever.
Oh, my God.
I can read that text message to everybody because I love it. I had said, what did he say? Oh, look, an underthrow. He said, what was that I saw? Play before the touchdown. Ewers underthrew the ball. Made it contestable. And then I told him, because I knew I'd get him, I said, design throw. Wingo's a jump ball receiver. He immediately said, "You can't see. You're the Texas version of Paul Feinbaum."
He's a Hornet. He's a Florida Hornet down
Made
there.
me so happy.
I like it. Oh my God.
Had to get his goat a bit there.
Did. But so Texas was a good game. How about Clemson? Did you see quarterback ran the 50-yard touchdown with like a minute left
to win it?
That was pretty crazy.
Cade Klubnik, yeah, that was awesome.
They've come. I mean, got to give Clemson credit. They've after the stumbling out of the gate there, they've definitely picked it up.
Okay. Here's the scenario. They went out. Mm-hmm. They have 2 losses. Miami and SMU play in the ACC championship game. Clemson's still out of the playoff.
I think so, just because I don't think there's going to be room for anybody outside of the champion there.
The way the AP has ranked everything, it's set up that SEC is going to dominate.
I think the
teams
SEC,
again,
Big Ten,
which I don't know if I agree with. Big Ten has looked pretty good. There's some SEC teams that are slipping a bit. Ole Miss looked like world beaters last week, though.
Ole Miss looked good. LSU has just circled the drain.
They're done.
I mean, well, they absolutely are done, but they didn't even look good. Florida beat the crap out of them.
I'll tell you what. Speaking of Florida, and I know they gave Napier another year. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but it kept Lagway there. Mm-hmm. And when Lagway is the quarterback of that team,
he's good.
They look like
he's good.
They look like a top 10 team.
He's a lot better than old Ethel Mertz. So
Ethel Mertz,
Graham.
Mertz. The hell is Ethel? Where the hell did that come from?
The old I Love Lucy show. I was a neighbor, Ethel Mertz. The Mertzes lived next door.
Oh my God!
I just throw that in on you
every
time I see his name.
Another throwback to Cocoa Beach, Florida. Isn't I Love Lucy there? No, that's not in Florida. Damn it. That's I Dream of Jeannie. I don't know. I'm not. I don't watch black and whites.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not from the silent film era.
Wow.
Brutal. All right. Big game this week. Bunk.
Who's that?
The Notre Dame Fighting Irish play Army.
And the Army men.
And it's in... I think it's in the Yankee Stadium.
I think it's in, yeah, it is. They always play at the Yankee Stadium. That might be a good game.
That might be a really good game.
I will say, you got to, so I know, look, I like Notre Dame. I've always been a fan. And they're beating up everybody. They do look really good.
They don't play anyone.
I just know when they get to the playoffs, they're going to just get destroyed.
They're going to get crushed. Their defense is suspect.
So Army's really the last. They have they still have USC, I think, don't they?
They do, yeah, but
USC's not
USC.
Very good. This might be the game. I mean, hey, what if Army pulls this off?
Army goes undefeated. Boise State stays where they're at, and say and here's a scenario. There's a scenario for like a 6-way tie atop the SEC, or 6 or 7-way tie atop the SEC right now. Okay. So every SEC team has 2 losses. Army goes undefeated. Boise wins out. SMU wins the ACC. Like, are they actually going to show us 4 SEC teams at that point?
I think, the problem is, like, so BYU, they get upset by Kansas. So
I know.
They screwed themselves right there.
I know.
And then friggin' Colorado's killing. I mean, God, Utah's. There's nobody in the. I'm giving Colorado credit, but the Big 12 is really bad, and I think they're going to take the friggin' Big 12, which puts them in the playoffs. Believe it or not,
they are going to get absolutely annihilated.
We keep saying that.
When they
Jesus.
But here's a question: what defensive line have they played this year?
No, they don't play anybody. I know, but they score points.
They played one decent defensive line, and they got destroyed.
I agree.
By Nebraska.
So I thought Utah, even though their offense sucks, I thought they would do more. They couldn't stop them. But I don't think Utah's very good all around this year.
Yeah, they look like turds.
So Colorado's up there. Ohio State keeps rolling. I mean, they're not. Here's the one that pissed me off. Middle of the season, Alabama's friggin' playing Mercer. Come on, man.
I'll tell you what. Not as many SEC teams did that this year. But that is an SEC team thing.
But that's not even. Come on, play at least.
Well, their argument is every other week we play is tough because it's the SEC.
Oh, God.
Texas didn't schedule that shit.
Whiners. I mean, I think got A&M hanging. I think A&M's going to be a tough game for Texas.
They are.
Going to be a really tough
They
game.
absolutely are. But here's the thing with A&M. Texas defense is going to wreak havoc on A&M's offense.
I hope so.
But the A&M defense is really friggin' good. Is Quinn Ewers going to get happy feet again?
I don't know. We'll call Big G and ask him.
Yeah. Because I don't have eyes. Apparently, I don't have eyes, so I can't see.
You got Paul Feinbaum eyes.
But only for my Texas.
Just to clarify before we get, that guy's an ass clown. We can move on.
I'm with you. Oregon looked not good.
Oregon didn't. Yeah, they didn't do much.
But they won.
They won.
They snuck by. Texas has had games like that too.
But, they did pull it out. Penn State looks good. They're
did.
scoring a lot of points, man.
Except for when James Franklin plays a ranked team.
Yeah, then they don't do this quite as good.
I'll tell you what, Penn State could get tripped up by Minnesota this week.
Minnesota's good.
They're like sneaky, middle of the road good.
They are. And they've been winning, I believe.
They have. They lost, I think, last week, but they've been up and down. Yeah, but I mean, they're a bowl eligible team. Eligible? Holy Jesus.
I'm eligible. I'm eligible.
Oh my God, somebody just sent you a novel on your wrist there. That thing was ridiculously long.
I know.
God.
How about, so here's the upset. BYU got beat. Kansas State got beat by Arizona State, which only has 2 losses.
And they are now in the top 25.
I know. Wisconsin, they just don't have an offense.
They had it.
And they fired the offensive coordinator.
They had it.
I know. South Carolina came, that was actually really good. I did see a lot of that game. That South Carolina Missouri
They're
game
a very good team.
They're really good. I mean, Stanford beat Louisville.
Yeah.
What the hell? Florida upset LSU. There was a lot of good games this last week.
There were, and it's set up for some pretty huge consequential games this week. You've got Ohio State and Iowa, or not Iowa. I'm sorry, Indiana.
That's you know what?
I'm super excited for that game.
Isn't it?
Right now it is.
But Texas has a tough game too.
Yeah, they have A&M. Kentucky here though.
Kentucky, they can sneak.
Their
up on
offense
you, man.
is awful.
They can sneak you.
Blake, I'm not scared of Blake Vandergrift.
Okay.
At quarterback.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I feel like Texas will be all right this week. It's next week that scares me.
Yeah.
A&M's scary game.
I agree. And Tennessee kind of, gosh dang it, man. They just couldn't hang.
They're still top 10 in the AP,
I
though.
know, but they couldn't. You know what? Georgia played an actual Georgia game.
I know. Georgia looked like Georgia. They
just,
looked like that against Texas, too.
They did. And Tennessee just honestly didn't look very good. I mean, there's not. You're right. So Minnesota's 6-4. They're paying what?
Man, we are struggling with words.
Good God.
It's my dad joke threw you off.
It did. It
was intense.
I know my brain stopped for 10 seconds after you said that. I didn't know what the hell you were doing.
I knew it.
That was pretty crazy.
Never know when I'm going to throw another one at you.
Oh my God! I was throwing those spotted dick at you.
God, please don't throw any spotted dicks. No, thank you. First off, I don't swing that way. But second off, if it's spotted, there's something wrong.
No, it's a delicacy.
Oh my God! Don't say a delicacy. Don't say it like that.
In the UK.
You say it's a dessert.
Oh, it's a dessert.
Spotted dick. It's a delicacy. It's a delicacy in the UK.
Oh wow!
Why did your head go to that instead of it's a baked good?
Well, I did. I had the picture of it and everything. Look, I saw it on the baking
Yikes,
thing.
my friend. Yikes.
Like me likey.
Oh,
All right.
Got
a dirty mind over there, man.
Me. All right. There are some pretty good games. Indiana, Ohio State. Who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got?
I'm going Indiana. I'm a Hoosier.
I just have to see it
mostly
before
because
I believe
really want them to win.
I know. I have to see it before I believe it.
I will say this: I have not watched them play this year. But I've seen their scores. I've seen
their
highlights.
They look good.
I think they have a good team.
They look good, but they just don't have a strong schedule.
So Ohio State's favored by almost 12 points.
Yeah.
That's friggin' ridiculous. Now that, to me, is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. That is ridiculous.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I would lay the points, but I don't think Indiana wins.
Yeah, they probably don't. I'm rooting for them, though.
All right. Florida with DJ Lagway at quarterback.
And Ole Miss?
And Ole Miss.
I think Ole Miss tears them up. I mean, Texas beat the crap out of them.
What if? Yeah, I know, but they didn't have a quarterback.
I know, but just
They beat the crap out of them.
Ole Miss they're pretty tough. They got a good defense.
They're very good.
Yeah, I think they take care of that. How about Georgia UMass? You think that's good? God, another friggin'.
Don't forget about Tennessee UTEP.
UTEP, the Miners.
That's okay. Florida State might actually win a game. They're playing Charleston Southern.
God, they might. Who knows?
They might lose that game.
What if? Hey, so you know what might be an interesting game actually is the Colorado-Kansas game. Only because Kansas now is on a winning streak.
They are,
and they can score points,
and they can.
And it really is more about stopping Colorado from scoring.
It is. Yeah,
that might be a good game though. That could be the big game is going to be Indiana, Ohio State, and Kentucky and Texas. I think Kentucky's going to give Texas a hard time.
There's other big game. I think there's other big games on the schedule bigger than that Texas game.
Who's playing?
I mean, Penn State, Minnesota is a pretty big game. Colorado, Kansas is sneakily a pretty big game.
A good game.
BYU, Arizona State's a pretty big game.
Hey, how about Alabama, Oklahoma? Think Oklahoma can pull?
Not one bit.
No,
do I think that that's going to happen?
You know, they're in Oklahoma. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something. But Oklahoma's just...
Are they that bad?
They are that bad. They've already fired their coordinators.
I'm going to keep an eye on that one Saturday night.
They are that bad.
I'm going to hope.
How do you not see that? All right. Jesus, man.
You're brutal.
Me, you, my friend, are brutal.
I know.
All right, but there are some intriguing games. Notre Dame Army is a massive game.
That's a great game.
That's a massive playoff implications game.
And they got Notre Dame by 14 over the Black Knights.
Of course they do.
God, that would, you know what? I'm a big Notre Dame fan, but I hate to tell you, I'd like to see Army.
I'm pulling for Army.
I'm going to go for Army on that one. I don't think they can do it.
Sorry, Bevo. I'm going for Army.
I don't think they can do it, though. I'm going to be an Army guy. I might get an Army hat and stuff.
Oh, boy. Boy. That's how I know you're expanding. The hat stack in that office is pretty. That's like 4 feet tall, man.
That's just my grab and go hats.
That's your everydays.
That's not even the closet ones.
Oh, the non-sweaty ones. You mean?
Okay. I'm trying to cull the herd here.
When they
get sweaty, I'm trying to get good about
the non-gardeners.
Come on, man.
The non-gardeners.
All right, I have a lot of hats.
You have a lot. I have a lot of hats. You have just too many hats.
I know, but you know what? I could get an Army hat before Saturday. The only reason I wouldn't is because I was not in the Army. I think I'd look like an absolute friggin' ass clown wearing an Army hat.
But your son was in the Army.
I know, but I'd still look like an ass clown.
You would look like an ass clown.
I'd go somewhere and somebody says, "Thank you for your service, sir," and I'm like, I didn't serve. I'm friggin' low life. I didn't do it. I was a betweener. I was a tweener. There was no wars when I was growing up.
That was a low life. You just said. Oh man, what happens if looking? All right, I'm going to look at the standings in the SEC. Okay. I don't know. I haven't looked at the tiebreakers, so I don't really know. But what happens if 6 teams are tied?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Like you would go regular schedule, number 1, right? So if everybody was 8-2, right now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 teams at 8-2.
Okay.
Or 9-1, Texas. Say they all end with 2 losses.
Okay.
There's how do they figure out?
Well, the CFP will go by what strength of schedule and all
yeah, but they'll look at head to head. But it's not the CFP; it's the SEC and how they choose who wins, who goes in that. Because whoever the 2 teams that go to that game are shoo into the playoff.
They are, and then one gets a bye, right?
And one would get a bye for winning.
True.
So who?
I don't know.
Texas' schedule is not as strong now as it looked at the beginning of the year.
I don't know about that. They still
Vanderbilt fell off,
but A&M still ranked up there high.
Okay, Michigan is hot garbage.
Michigan's hot garbage. God, Michigan.
Oklahoma's hot garbage. Lost to Georgia.
That's true. But Georgia played them too,
and lost.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Yeah, I am very interested to see who ends up in that because the top of the SEC is pretty ridiculous, and the bottom isn't the best. You're worried about Kentucky. They're at 4-6. They've won one game.
They worry me. I'm telling you. I'm worried about them.
Oh boy.
Hey, I was I snuck ahead 2 weeks. Went to week 14 real quick.
Okay.
Here's an interesting game that I didn't know was happening. South Carolina versus Clemson.
Yep. Yeah.
That's going to be a game.
That is an interesting game.
That's going to be a game.
But I just don't think Clemson's going to be. I don't think, unless they find a way to play in the ACC title game, I think they're done.
I think they're done too, unless they can do that. And I don't know where. I mean, Miami is still ranked 9th, but
and SMU's there too. And SMU looks very good.
SMU's looking good. I don't know. The next couple weeks look pretty good. There's some good matchups. I like you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting the fun, kind of debatable part of college football, which is everybody has aneurysms about it, but it's the best part of college football.
It is.
A, the pageantry and everything around the game, but number 2, how much you can debate. NFL, you can debate all you want, but it's X amount of teams are making the playoff, right?
Yep.
And it's pretty clear halfway through the year who's not going to make the playoffs.
It is, but all the games are important now. I mean, LSU just crapped himself. That was a big game. And now I was looking at here, so all these guys are starting to fire their coaches. Guess who got fired?
I already know it.
The Herminator.
As a
Florida Atlantic.
He has a moniker in a friend group.
What's that?
It's Titty Bar Tom.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, he's got $4 million coming to him, so he's going to have himself a time. Old Tommy.
Oh boy, Texas is probably still paying him.
I mean, he's got $4 million left at FAU. So holy crap!
There's backstory behind that. Shout out to Joel, helped me open my eyes to this one. The backstory to that is that he's pushing to try and get a coordinator job at a P4 team. And he had told them that multiple times. So they just kind of said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get rid of him and move on.
Interesting.
So I think he was going to try and get a coordinator job after the year.
What an ass clown.
He is an ass clown.
So he gets fired and gets his $4 million.
And then goes, and who's going to take him though? Somebody will. Somebody will.
I mean, I know.
For God's sake, somebody picked up Art Briles. They're going to pick him up.
Already. But everybody, so the UMass fired their coach.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin fired their offensive coordinator. I mean, geez.
It is the culling season. Season.
It is culling season. It's not a good time to be a losing coach.
Oh, not good at all.
Good stuff. All right, I'm looking forward to the what happens here at the end of the season. There's some good teams to look at and see where they end up. I don't know. Genty, I think, got a good shot at the Heisman.
I think he should win it.
They all love Travis Hunter.
The odds already shifted.
Yep.
I think if Hunter makes that Big 12 title game, it's over. He's going to get it.
Yep.
I think Ashton Genty deserves it.
Now, I do agree with Big G on the fact that Hunter, he does play both sides. I don't think he's any outstanding defensive guy, but he does play both sides. And there are other guys that could play both sides, but he's a good receiver. I mean, he's a really good receiver.
I just have a hard time. I get it that he plays both ways, but all that does is just tire him out. It's not like he's this world beater on defense. He is a decent wide receiver.
But he's not. His defense is nothing special. That's why I don't even understand why he does it, because he's not. Nobody in the pros plays both ways.
No,
and he's not. He's
saying he will in the pros.
Oh no,
he's saying
not.
Whichever team they need to.
Not.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God!
He said he's going to play both ways in the pros. He's not going to.
He's not a upper level defensive guy at all.
I'd argue he's not upper level. I mean, he's good in offense, but he's not. He's fast.
Wow.
He's got good eyes and he's got decent hands.
Unbelievable. All right.
I just don't. If they give them the Heisman, which I think they will, end of the year they're going to.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the right decision.
I agree. I think Genty should get it. He's been consistent every single time, and he's close. He might be breaking some records here.
He might break Barry Sanders' record if they go.
That would be amazing.
They win out.
That would be amazing.
He only needed like 170 yards per game. He's getting that.
Yeah.
The dude is rushing for 200 yards a game, like
I know.
6 times this year.
He's a unique talent. So
yeah,
I don't think he's.
It would be a shame. And his unique talent on the mock draft boards is going to take him all the way to Dallas, my friend.
Oh God. Well, that's all right.
He wants to go to Dallas, though. He's
all right.
from that area. I don't know if I'd want to go play for Dallas.
Well, they'll have a new coach.
They'll have a no. They won't.
Oh God.
They'll probably have a new coach. It might be somebody quite loud with glasses and does Affleck commercials.
Lord have mercy. Let's hope not. I'm not a Dallas fan, but God dang, they can't be hoping for that. We'll see.
Boy.
That'd be ugly.
All right. Transition us. I think that's it for college. Transition us
Here we
because
go.
I've got a question for you, my friend.
Here we go. Boom, boom. We're going to the NFL.
Oh, God.
That was my transition.
You didn't have to sing it, though.
I know,
just let the music play.
I can't stop myself. I have to play. I have to do
you
it.
made unblinking eye contact the whole time, too. That was horrible.
Wait, I have to.
All right.
Are we talking Giants right off the bat?
Yeah, we are.
Woo!
Why did that not happen earlier? They demoted him to QB3, Mr. Daniel Jones.
Well, so here's the deal. So he's got a guarantee if he gets hurt. So they know they're done with him. And they're like doing with Russell Wilson last year. They're not going to play him so he gets hurt and they owe him $23 million. But here's the interesting part. Drew Lock has been the number 2 quarterback the whole time.
Oh, no, my friend.
They're going with...
Cutlets himself.
They're going with... I know. I mean, what the hell? They're going with Tommy Cutlets DeVito.
In classic Giants fashion.
I don't understand that move at all.
They're going to put Cutlets himself in. It's because the fans like him.
Okay. Drew Lock isn't a bad quarterback.
No, but the fans don't know him. Like they know Cutlets.
So you go from 3rd string all year. They benched the starter. And so if you're Drew Lock, come on. Do you have to be in the office?
I bet there's something in Drew Lock's contract that said if he starts a game, he gets X amount of money.
You know, it might be. There's got to be something because it makes no sense.
0 cents at all.
I mean, but hey, Tommy Cutlets here. And we get to see him and we get to see his agent, which is very colorful dude. And it's right. The Giants are a friggin' clown show, man.
It is bad. It is getting worse, too.
You know who's worse than the Clients? Worse than the Clients?
I don't know who's worse than any Clients.
You know who's worse than the Giants? Friggin' Jacksonville. Just FYI.
Oh, they're very bad.
But the Giants are bad.
And they still haven't moved on from Peterson, which blows my mind in Jacksonville. What the hell are they doing? What the hell are these? Why is Daboll still in New York?
I'm gonna halfway defend them only because he did not, because it was all over the friggin' show that they had because they were on the Netflix thing there or whatever. But he wanted to jump up and get Jaden Daniels, which tells me he didn't have a lot of confidence in Daniel Jones. But he was part of the decision makers that signed Daniel Jones to the big contract. So I don't know. I don't know if he's. Here's my prediction. I don't think he gets fired. I think he stays.
Oh, that is bold.
I think he stays. I think honestly, I think Tommy Cutlets is going to get him a first-round quarterback. God, I hope it's Shadur Sanders. Good Lord, I would love it. I'm not a Giant. I don't like him at all. But I want to see him go there and see.
To where? Does. To New York?
The Giants, yeah.
Okay. You are a mega fan, Giants fan.
I am, but I still want to see him go there and just flop.
So here's the question. Is that a package deal?
No. No way.
What says no?
Have you seen the Giants front office? No. You got to be a little more progressive if you're going to do something with the Neon Dion machine. There's no package deal with him.
So Dion gets looked at in the pros. It's obvious he wants one thing. He wants to coach his kids.
He said he would only coach in Dallas. It's the only place he would go. So I don't think he's going to the Giants.
So does Shador drop?
I don't know. I don't really know how good Shador is. It's kind of hard for him to say. I don't think he's the top quarterback.
No, it's hard to decide because he's running for his life every play.
Yeah.
Like, what is he as a drop back NFL quarterback?
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm just saying. I'm just being.
I get what you're saying,
but I mean, if you look at the bottom teams, Jacksonville, they're not moving on from Trevor Lawrence. Clearly, without Trevor Lawrence, they're horrific, dude.
Yeah, he's actually has carried.
He has. I mean, I think that's pretty clear at this point. God, they're
very bad. Their offensive line, man, is porous.
And then we're gonna Mac the Knife Jones over there. He is friggin' horrid. I can see why New England moved on from him.
Speaking of New England, Drake May.
Doing well.
Is amazing.
Doing really good. On a shitty team, he's doing good.
And he needed those 6 weeks to figure out these guys.
Yeah.
Man, what a smart move.
I like that. Jets, for the love of God, Aaron Rodgers, please retire.
The Giants are on fire. The Jets are an actual dumpster fire.
They are honestly hard to watch, man.
I won't.
I snuck in there, so I was watching the scores, and then they went ahead, and I was like,
"Hey, wait!" Whole goddamn game.
They went ahead. He doesn't do Aaron Rodgers' time.
The whole game.
His time is done, and he's saying he wants to play next year.
Well, they got nobody behind him, so he's going to have to play next year.
Draft somebody or friggin' sign somebody. He's bad, man.
Shador to the Jets.
Oh my God! If he went to one of the New York teams, New York. Can you imagine in New York, they would just crush his face.
Either going to be, one of two things will happen, because he's not going to change his personality.
No.
So he's either going to be the greatest gift New York has ever got, and he's going to win Super Bowls, or he's going to flop, and they're going to eat him alive.
Yeah, there's no patience.
It'll be a cool experiment, because the way things are trending, what other college quarterback right now is going to go ahead of Cam Ward? Probably is the best pro-style quarterback in the draft. He will probably be the first quarterback off the board.
It's not a strong draft this year for quarterbacks. I mean, Carson Beck was up there.
Carson looks bad. QE looks not great.
I mean, those guys, they're going to go pretty early, but I don't see anybody can step right in.
I think Cam Ward is the closest thing to it. Dylan Gabriel's not it. He's not. He is Tim Tebow. He is a college quarterback.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't think there's much out there. I mean, I wouldn't tank for any of them. Let me put it that way.
Hell no.
But I think so you're right. Either the Giants are tanking, or there's something with Drew Lock's contract, because there's no way friggin' DeVito's.
Cutlets.
I mean, that's just a show. That's not even. I don't even understand it. God. Now you come out and he'll win like 3 or 4 games. But he did that last time, too.
And then got exposed.
I know. Good for him. Hey, you know what? Good for him.
Go make your money. Absolutely.
Make the money, man, and enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. All right. Other quarterback news. Bryce Young is staying at QB1 on the Panthers.
Yep.
Jonathan Brooks is back this week after that ACL, so rookie running back. Okay. Do you think that's the right move?
I do. I think, he's won his last 2 games.
He has?
Maybe he needed to sit out for a bit. I still think he's a good quarterback, but I don't know. I don't know what to say on him. I like Bryce Young. Hopefully he stays with it and can do better. I don't know what else to say.
I don't know what else to say there either, man.
He's a really small guy, and I think that hurts him more than anything.
Yes. Okay. The next one I want to talk about is, what the hell is Eberflus thinking, not trying to get more yards before that kick?
I don't know. Because
run the ball.
I know. I don't know what he was doing. He's gone.
That was a horrible. Why?
He's not going to make it another.
Oh, because there's a stat. There was a stat about their kicker. Kyrie saying he's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's 100% 40 yards in. Yep. He's 71% 41 and out. Why would you not get him to that 40-yard kick?
Well, the other thing, I was reading that Green Bay had already said that they knew there was some kind of weakness on the line that they were already thinking before the game that we can get in, we can block something. But that's just, if he's up closer, he's not kicking line drives.
No.
But, I don't know. Shit play.
That was why bad clock management has been really, that's been a thing this year. Clock management has been bad just across both college and pros.
It has.
What the hell is going on?
And he's made some flubs here this year, the coach. So I think he's gone. I think after.
Would you say they were Eberflubs.
Eberflubs. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And how about your boy, Anthony Richardson? He had a good game.
He did have a good game, man. He needs to play more football. If they really want him to be a star there, every single person in that front office, every fan has to be more patient. He just has not played enough football.
No, but he looked pretty good. I will say
he's got raw talent.
I mean, how about so the other one? I will tell you, the other one that looked good was Winston over in Brown territory.
Famous Jameis.
Damn,
he's good for like 3 a year.
He was throwing absolute friggin'.
He's good. He's good for 3 or 4 a year.
He was throwing good. He was throwing well.
He is good.
But you think they move on, the Browns?
From the coach, Stefanski?
No, from the other quarterback.
Oh, hell yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Eat that money. Be bad for 5 years, but at least he's gone, and you can get a rookie to just develop.
It's a lot of freaking money, though, man.
Okay. Know that you're going to be bad for a little while. Give a contract to Jameis. Let him start and put a rookie behind him.
That would probably be the best. And this isn't the strongest class we talked about, so maybe you get somebody a little lower and see if they can work out for you.
Get somebody that could pay off.
I agree.
That could sit behind an established veteran.
So, let me ask, did you watch the Pittsburgh game? You
mean the only field goals game?
Yeah. they won. I mean, their defense is tough, man.
Their defense is amazing. They were saying, let Russ cook. Well, Russ cooked some lukewarm soup while the defense was making filet mignon.
He got him into position.
That's
all you got to do,
They
man.
just kicked field goals, though.
Hey.
Tomlin was fired up about that win afterwards, so he was happy. Kudos to the defense. They won that game.
Hey, it's hard to shut down my fantasy quarterback.
It is. It is very hard to shut down.
And they shut him down.
What's his name?
Yeah, his fantasy quarterback.
What is his name?
Fantasy quarterback.
But tell us his name. I forgot who you have in fantasy. Can you tell us who your quarterback is?
Quarterback for the Ravens.
Which one is that? There's got three.
That's really good.
There's three. There's really three strings.
He's really good.
Quarterback. So which one are you talking about?
I'm not saying his name.
What's his name on the depth chart?
He's number 1 on the depth chart.
But what's his name?
You're an ass. That's what his name is. Lamar Jackson.
Thank you. Probably best quarterback in the league, right?
No. Absolutely not.
I think the two best quarterbacks in the league played each other this week.
Who's that? Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
That was a game.
That was a great
game, man.
Great game.
A really good game. Good guy. I thought that was a good game. I will say that your Atlanta Falcons suck.
You put in Penix. Is that the end? Is that it?
Did they put Penix in?
They put him in? Yeah. Is that the end for Kirk O'Chains?
I don't know, man. But 38-6 to the friggin' Broncos.
You know where Kirk Cousins would do like extremely well? And I hate to say this. Go to the Browns.
Oh God.
Go to the Bears.
Well, the Bears aren't moving on.
No, but sit Caleb for a year.
I don't know. I mean, you don't think they're actually going to sit him, do you?
No.
They're not sitting him. No, I mean Kirk
Cousins. I don't think they will, but they sat him this game.
Well, the game was out of friggin'...
It was out of hand.
I mean, it was out of hand already.
It was a 33-point lead.
I mean, God dang, man.
You don't see those scores in the NFL. It's crazy this year.
Oh, I know. The Lions scored 52.
The Lions are unbelievable.
They are freaking good.
I watched 10 minutes of that game, and Jahmyr Gibbs ran one ball down the sidelines. I said, all right, this game's over.
Oh,
Next game.
They're really, really good.
Next game.
The Lions are they're the real deal.
They are. I think they're the best team in the NFL. Now that Kansas City has lost, like we said last week, I have to see them lose one for me to say it. Now I can say probably Kansas City and Detroit are the best two teams right now in the league. The Bills are right behind them.
I think those three teams are head and shoulders above the others, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yes.
Honestly, I'm surprised the Ravens are 7-4.
Their defense has kind of been suspect.
Yeah, but I mean, they're 2 games behind the Steelers now, which is kind of crazy if you think
Right.
about it.
Pittsburgh's come out of nowhere this year.
They have. I mean, 8-2. They're sitting at 8-2. And then the Chargers.
Yeah, okay.
Woohoo!
How the hell? Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I watched most of it.
How many chances are you going to give Joe Burrow to beat you? That was the end of that game. Was ridiculous.
The end of the game, that's kind of mostly what I watched.
They're lucky. The Chargers are lucky. The Bengals' defense is hot garbage this year.
That was an interesting game. I will say that.
I kept giving Burrow the ball. Don't give that dude the ball.
I know. But there's freaking Chargers 7-3.
They are. They're winning.
I mean, they're doing well. I mean,
they
I think
are
it's
doing
well.
well.
I told you beginning of the season. I like that Harbaugh. I don't like the other one.
Why don't you like the other
I
one?
don't like him. I don't like
Who's his quarterback
I
again?
don't like the Ravens. I'm not a Raven fan.
What's his quarterback's name?
Lamar. He's got me some good points. Although my backup fantasy quarterback this last week was Jared Goff, and I should have picked him. He scored about 8 million points.
Yeah, he was playing the Jaguars, my friend.
I know. I
You could just follow the Jaguars and play a quarterback playing them.
Damn it. I know. All right.
Back to the good old days of the Jaguars winning 1 or 0 games a year.
Sadden me. I still like them.
We're back, baby.
I still like them.
We're back.
I'm sticking with them. They're on my list of likes.
Do you have one of their hats?
No, I don't like their hats. I'm not going to wear a Jaguar friggin' hat around. I'm pretty picky with the hats. Come on.
All right. No, you're not.
Okay.
No, you're not.
A little bit, though.
Okay. Maybe a touch, but you're not that. All right. So with the body of work, we're going into week 11. What do you want to see from any team? Just go anywhere, any team. What do you want to see the rest of the year?
I got to see, I'd like to see Buffalo keep moving forward. They always trip up with some stupid ass game and lose game they don't need to. I like to see Washington keep moving forward. I would really like to see Washington kind of do really well. I was kind of upset they lost to Boomer's team. But they play Dallas next week, so they might be back.
Oh, God. Dallas is
and
so
Dallas
bad.
plays tonight. They play the Texans. I think that's...
Who's watching that?
Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching that.
Just
They've been
people
trying.
in Houston and
ESPN
Dallas.
is got to be so angry that Dallas is so bad right now.
It's a all Texas thing. I mean, we're in Texas, but it's a Houston and a Dallas thing. That's the only people watching it.
When is the last? So next week's game for Dallas. So get this. When's the last time you can remember Dallas getting flexed out of a TV spot?
Oh, yeah, they never do.
They got flexed out next week.
Did they?
Yep.
Against Washington?
Yep. It got
Wow.
dropped down.
Okay.
When's the last time that
But
happened?
what do they have to watch? They have,
There's nothing.
I mean, they have nothing.
They're not a good football team.
They're not good. Which is, I mean, you know what? I'm not a great Dallas fan, obviously, but it is sad to see them. They are bad, man. That's unusual. I don't know. So I think I want to see those. I'm curious to see what Miami does. Tua's come back. They won the last two. They might be too far out, though.
They're too far out. But they might have saved their coach's job.
They may have. I like the coach.
I think McDaniels stays.
I think
now.
he stays. I don't think he goes. And friggin' Denver. What the hell's going on with them?
Bo Nix looks like a serviceable
He's doing really
quarterback.
good. And they play the very, very strong Las Vegas.
God, they're just so bad.
They got, okay, I thought the coach hire was bad to begin with. The team is bad. They need an overhaul in Las Vegas.
I think they're the worst team in football. And I'm a Jaguars fan.
I think they may be. I honestly think they may be. They're bad. They have nothing.
They have zero.
Yeah, I think that's an overhaul.
Who's their
waiting to
quarterback
happen.
right now?
God, I don't know who's quarterback.
So you had Aiden Connell, you have Minshew.
Well, I think it's been Minshew.
Is Garoppolo there?
I was thinking the same thing. Where's the Garoppolo? I don't think he's there right now, though, is he?
I don't think so. I don't know who else. I mean, that team, they just have no one. They have Max Crosby.
Oh,
They got no one else.
And Max Crosby is amazing.
He is amazing, and he wants to stay there. I get it, but man, if I was him, I'd leave.
So the Gropper's with the Rams.
Third string Ram or backup,
God,
probably
I hope
backup.
He's not third string. Jesus, I know he had to sit out a few
Stetson
games,
Bennett. He's behind Stetson.
The Garoppolo's better than Stetson.
He's very much so better than Stetson Bennett.
So yeah, I'm I like been watching the NFL. I'm kind of enjoying it this year.
There's almost a college field in NFL this year because teams are getting blown out.
Yeah.
And then there's some like unbelievably tight games, but more mistakes on the field. I don't know. That's the thing with college. It's like not every player on the college football field is a professional player. Well, in the NFL, every single one of those, it's so polished. And this year it just hasn't been, which is cool.
I've enjoyed it. I'm enjoy watching it. They make some amazing. This guy's they make some friggin' amazing catches. So some of those dudes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're just like
Pickens. George Pickens has been on fire making crazy catches this year.
These guys are all like unbelievable.
Yes.
I mean, they're really, really good athletes. So that's kind of cool to see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to not the Jets. Oh, actually, I am actually looking forward to the Giants. I want to see
the Cutlet.
Tommy Cutlets.
If he turns it around and they don't get the top,
no,
if he wins and they don't get the top draft pick,
they're not winning.
There's gonna be some pissed off fans.
They're not winning.
They're not winning. I know they're not.
And what do you? I mean, come on, man. They're not winning.
All right. Before we get off NFL,
yes, sir.
I want to give you the opportunity. With the floor is yours.
Okay.
To say anything you would like about things you've said about the Eagles in the past. Now that they're kicking everybody's ass.
I hate the Eagles.
There might be a friend of the podcast.
There is a friend of the podcast.
Tiffed, a little upset with you.
He and I agree.
I'm giving you an open forum.
So here's the thing that's pissing me off most. Coach is an absolute friggin' joke, and the team is performing, and they're going to save his job, and he should be gone. He's a horrible coach, man. He's just a horrible, punchable face guy. And I can't stand him. I'm not a great Eagle fan anyway, but the coach just makes it a double not Eagle fan. I mean, I can't stand the dude.
But will you give the team their flowers?
I'm not giving them friggin' flowers, man. I'm not doing it. I think they're okay.
Boomer, you heard it. You'll be back on soon enough.
Boomer, I think, here you go, Boom.
I gave you a chance.
I think they're okay. I think they have resurrected the running back with Saquon. I'm not a fan of the quarterback. I think he's up and down. I don't think he's that great. I don't know. Don't like him, Boom. Sons of guns. Too bad they're in the Giants division. Maybe Tommy Cutlets beats him next time.
My God, that would be hilarious.
Woo! Tommy C.
All right. Well, I gave you a chance, that's coming back to you.
That's okay.
Just be ready.
I'm good with it.
All right. Before we go, we do have a listener email. Actually, two things. I want to do the listener email because it ties into this. Okay. So this was sent in from someone we don't know.
Okay.
So it's nice to hear. The question is, do you think the Jake Paul fight and Tyson fight was scripted, or do you think Tyson's just really old and Jake Paul took it easy on him?
So I will say this. Like an ass, I actually watched the whole thing, and I have a lot to say about it, but let me address that. Scripted, I don't know if it was scripted. I think that they both had an agreement that they were going to make it go 8 rounds. I don't know. So scripted to me means it's like there's other things going on. There was some pretty weird stuff going on in the ring. And honestly, here's what I don't understand. I know Tyson's fit. God, he looked like he was 100 trying to walk back to his corner. But I mean, honestly, he did, and I felt bad for him. But what he didn't do, what I thought he could have done, is come out at least for 1 or 2 rounds and actually fight. Because I think he had enough stamina. He's been training. He didn't do that at all, which was very suspicious.
Very suspicious.
And then I think Paul, at the end, I mean, Tyson was done.
Gassed.
He was done. And he held back. So I don't know. Scripted, I think they agreed it was going 8 rounds. Let me put it that way.
So that's scripted.
Well, okay. I'll say yes.
I think there were multiple opportunities that Tyson saw that Jake Paul put his hands down and could have delivered the knockout blow, and it never happened.
He could have punched him
lot of different times.
There were, and especially in the first couple rounds. After that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the first two.
Walking back to the corner, did you see those walks? I was like, oh my God.
He needed a walker out there.
He couldn't even make it.
And he had the tennis balls on it.
I kept saying he's not going to make it back out.
I thought he was going to fall.
He looked like, honestly, he looked really, really old for that fight.
Yeah, because he's 60.
I know, but he looked older than that. I mean, I've seen him like in the pre-fight stuff, and he didn't. But he looked friggin' old.
So you think that it wasn't scripted necessarily, but
I think it was agreed that they were going.
We'll find a way to get 8 rounds,
and nobody was going to hurt each other, and they weren't going to, do anything. It was, come on, Tyson. What did he throw? Like 18 punches or some shit.
Yeah, I know. Elder abuse is what it was.
God.
The fact that like these major betting outlets were taking money for this fight.
That's the problem you got.
Up.
That's the problem you got.
That's ridiculous.
But it was a sanctioned fight.
Number 2. The idiot's betting on Tyson. What kind of idiot are you? Come on.
Because they bought into he's got a couple rounds to try and knock him out. But he didn't. He didn't come out fighting. I mean, it was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Every Jake Paul fight has been scripted. That thing has been set up.
I don't watch him.
I know, but they have to have been set up.
I mean, it was bad. Honestly, the whole thing. That was a shit show from the whole.
It was the buffering problems. Netflix better figure their shit out. They have Christmas Day NFL games on Netflix. That's not going to go over well.
No, they couldn't do that. They had
Monday Night Raw is supposed to be on Netflix in January.
Rosie Perez was the
Rosie Perez.
Nothing, Rosie. We love you, babe, but come on. This was supposed to be a sanctioned
fight. Oh my God, the mic's cutting out on like Jerry Jones when he was talking.
I mean,
everything was put together so shittily.
It was bad, and it was bad. It was so much worse because I talked to you about it. I was like, even if honestly, I was to the point I would have paid for it because I was like, Iron Mike's coming back, baby.
Iron Paperclip Mike did not win.
As soon as I saw him walk out, I was like, oh my God, this is. Even when he was walking down, there was no way. He was just an old man fighting a young kid. And that was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
All right. Thank you for that. James C. sent that in. So thank you so much, James C. Wherever you are. Thank you for that.
That was a good one because I get fired up about that fight.
Best meme I saw after that fight. Do you know the Michael Jordan crying face meme that's everywhere? Well, they took 2 of them and put them on Tyson's ass cheeks and his jock strap, and it was 2 crying Michael Jordans.
How about? Did you ever get to see that?
Yes.
They do the pre thing. They're in there, and
that was his son.
He's interviewing
him. That was Tyson's son.
He
was interviewing him.
His cheeks are hanging out. Like what the hell?
He was in a jock strap.
Oh my God!
He kissed the dude. He kissed the guy on the cheek, and then walked away.
Oh
and
my God!
Whole ass was out. That's like a TV moment.
That was.
I think you'll see that on Doc Odyssey.
Oh man, I'd like to see that on Doc Odyssey. They could do something with that. So the others, let's just quickly. So the first fight was I don't even know who those dudes.
That was also a social media guy from Brazil. Got the shit kicked out of him.
I give him credit though. He was like
he didn't get knocked out, but
he didn't get knocked out, and.
The second fight, I couldn't watch it. I was buffering the whole time.
The women's fight was really good.
The women's fight was amazing.
They knocked the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I actually paused and let it track so I wouldn't have to pause it again.
That was an amazing fight.
That girl kept headbutting the other girl.
He did, but they didn't need to. So
her eyeball was.
Yeah,
they didn't have to zoom in on it.
Well, they have to do that, and then after the fight,
the coach
that
was some bullshit.
Just shut your hole. Yes, He was an ass.
You could see his fighter there was like, she was like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she just kept saying, I'm the lightweight champ. I just moved up to. So she was like, I probably made $10 million today. So shut up, you ass.
Her eye looked rough.
Oh, it looked.
That was gnarly.
Gross. But they knocked the shit out of each other.
That's the second time they fought. And the first one was in Madison Square Garden. And that was also like fight of the year.
It was amazing. It was actually fun. That one was fun to watch.
Yeah, that was a real boxing match.
I enjoyed that one. But yeah, the Tyson. You know, the thing with the Tyson thing, with the Jake Paul, that's, you know what? You can get everybody one time, I'm hoping. You can't do that again. That's not something you could ever do again.
No, and
I mean,
Netflix has got to know nobody's going to watch it next time because of how bad they did streaming it.
But I mean, it's just, I mean, even the announcers were, I don't think they even knew what to say.
No.
I mean, it was just like, what the hell's going on? What
Roy Jones Jr. was like scratching his head.
Yeah. It's like, what's going on here, man? It was really, really bad. And I'm sorry. Actually, I don't know. I feel bad I even was excited about it.
Well, I was excited about like seeing the prospect of Mike Tyson being Mike Tyson.
Too. But if he couldn't even box in the first round after training for like a year or whatever, come on, dude.
Mrs. Pick said, "Oh man, that's not good. He's got old man legs." That was like, it's like, what do you mean by that? She goes, "Look at his leg. He looks like an old man. He looks like an old man legs."
The thing I can't get over, though, I gotta say again, when the rounds were over, him walking back to the corner,
he looked bad.
Holy shit! So, fool me once there.
He made $20 million.
YouTube guy, but never again.
That was $20 million fight right there.
Well, they made a ton of money off it. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
I give that kid credit. He knows how to make money.
I mean, how much do you think the get-in ticket? They sold out AT&T 60,000. How much do you think the get-in ticket was?
I don't know.
It's got to be ungodly.
Everybody was pretty disappointed, though. So, like I said, that's a one-timer.
They did. They showed a video right after the fight, and the fans like immediately cleared. The stadium was empty.
Yeah. While
they were still announcing who won.
It was bad, man. It was bad. Bad stuff. So, thanks for the email, because I did want to talk about that one.
Yes, absolutely.
I wasted a night on that, unfortunately.
It was more a waste of buffering than anything else.
That's true.
And the betting thing, that's a whole nother topic, but
oh my God,
taking money on that is bad faith. That you were making money.
You are, and God forbid somebody betting on. I mean, I know they bet. They probably bet big.
They did. There's probably a ton of people
on 1 or 2 rounds for Tyson to do something, and you knew immediately he wasn't doing anything.
When I saw he missed a couple openings where his eyes saw the chin open and he didn't take the shot. I was like, Jake Paul's winning this fight.
Yeah, I don't know why. He was still getting his $20 million. It would have looked a lot better by hitting the dude. But.
Well, hey, here's the best. Here's a kicker, right? So say it was like, hey, we're making it 8. One of the prop bets was, will it pass 4 rounds?
Yeah.
And people were hammering under 4.
Oh, God. Yeah,
because they thought, well, okay, Mike Tyson's old. He'll get knocked out, or Tyson can hit again. He'll knock him out. No one. No. That's a horror. If I was that company, I would have to look long and hard at myself after that one, because that's brutal, man. Why would you take those people's money?
Well, when it got sanctioned, it was supposed to be an actual fight, not an exhibition, and that's what ruined it. I mean, there's no betting on exhibition. I mean,
right? It turned into betting.
Yeah. Anyway, that sucked. Never again for me. Fool me once, there, mister.
All right, and then the next thing I've heard open up here, Lennox Lewis is going to be fighting Jake. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. George Foreman's coming back.
George, he's like 75, isn't he? Good God, he's
going to hit him with a Foreman. I don't even know if he's still around or not.
I don't know. He can get him with the fryer. George Foreman fryer. Hamburger fryer.
You've been defatted, Jake Paul. All right. Any other sports news you want to get into?
I don't know. We're going to have to get Medium G, talk some NBA with us next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only thing I know, the Cavs are 15-0, which is crazy in the NBA.
They look good, though. They do look good.
And it's early. It's early in the season, so the schedule, I don't know. I mean, I know they already start talking about records, but it's pretty early, and most teams they hover around 500.
Yeah. T-Wolves are looking good, too, though.
T-Wolves good. The 76ers are 2-10, that's a surprise.
That is surprising, but also Joel Embiid pretty much said, fuck this city. So
yeah,
I don't know how hard he's actually playing.
I know it's hard to watch. I mean, it's hard to watch some of the teams. But we'll have to dig into that here shortly.
I'll tell you who you need to start. But your New York Knicks are pretty damn good this year.
Well, they should be. They've been signing people.
Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson. They've got the big cat.
They have a good team.
They have a very good team.
They do, yeah.
Their second rotation, not quite as, as good, but their top six are very good.
I can't get into the NBA until it gets a little further down the line when they have more games.
Yeah, the impactful games instead of these 150 to 140 games. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I mean, at least.
The no defense games are tough.
They're hard to watch. But I'll have to get into it and pick me a team, probably the Knicks. And then
well, yeah.
I used to
why would it not be the Knicks?
I used to be a really big Boston Celtic fan.
Yikes.
And I'm not a Boston guy, as we know.
Yikes.
But no, we'll get into that, and we'll get into some NHL again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Soccer. Any soccer news?
The U.S. went to Jamaica and won.
Okay.
Won 1-0. The pitch. What's the pitch?
The field.
Yes, good job. He's learning, everyone. Was horrific. There were like potholes in it. It looked really, really bad. So, and then they overgrew the grass on purpose to slow the game down. So the grass was it looked like a rough of a friggin'.
Whoa.
So they're playing tonight. Tonight being Monday. I know this releases on Tuesday. So if you're listening to this, it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
But they played, it's a home and home. So they play Jamaica again for the CONCACAF Nations League.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, sir. I don't have anything else.
I don't got anything else either. Oh, wait.
What?
If you're enjoying it, definitely give us a like.
Yeah,
definitely subscribe on any form you got there.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Pick.
What are you going to do?
Just for our listeners. For every like we get, I'm going to go ahead and cook us up a spotted dick.
Oh, no.
I'm getting a spotted dick for every like.
No, it's a lot of dicks. It's going to be a lot of dicks.
A lot of spotted dicks.
Oh, my God. It's a healthy amount of dicks right there. All right, well, let's see how many we can get. Let's see what happens.
We'll take a picture.
Holy crap, what the hell's... Oh, no. What did you just sign up
Give
for,
us some
my
likes,
friend?
we get some spotted dicks out there.
Yeah, and then check out oh, my God, I can't. Check out social media. We're out there.
Check it out there.
Send us an email if you want to tell us anything. punkandpickpodcast@gmail.com. Oh, my God, I can't. Spotted dick. You just threw me off there.
You have to say it like spotted dick. Spotted.
You're the accent guy.
I know, I like it.
Well, anyways.
All right, let's take them home.
We'll be... Wow, hang on. We got to start... No, hang on. I'm starting over.
Going.
That was horrible.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Roll the balls. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.